Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse One here. I wanted to do a video. I had somebody ask me a question. I thought it would be a good subject for a video. So somebody had asked me, because obviously because I prep and I do what I'm doing here. What am I going to do in a shit hit the fan situation when the hordes of people coming out of the cities with guns that are, you know, going to come out and take everything from people like me that prep? Okay. So, excuse me. So I wanted to address that, and I'm not going to go into everything because obviously, I'm not going to give you all my plans as far as how I plan on defending my property, but because then it's not a secret anymore. But I will go over a few things with you guys, and I'm going to give you a couple different scenarios of how I think things would work out anyway. Um, so first of all, I have people that are planning on coming here if an event happens and hunkering down with me. And I call those kind of people toe-in people, okay? And I'll explain that too in a minute here. I'm an all-in kind of guy, obviously. I'm living off-grid. I'm doing this. I'm living at my retreat. If something happens, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. So, and then I have what I call the toe-in people. People that are still living, in their houses and have their power and their electricity and do all that, but they just they feel that something may come, so they want to have their toe in the water. So they put themselves in a situation where, okay, if something happens, I'm going to come to you and I'm bringing my supplies and I'm bringing my weapons and whatnot, and we'll work together to survive. Because I've said this many, many times, we cannot do this alone. You have to do it as a group, okay? So those are what I call toe-in people. They got their toe in the water, and they have weapons and they have, supplies and they prep, but, they're still living in society doing all that. Well, I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. I don't know if you guys could kind of figure that out by now, but I'm definitely an all or nothing type of person. So I go full force with it, whatever I do. And this has always been a dream of mine anyway, so it just all falls into place anyhow. So anyway, then also I've made contact with some of the neighbors that live near me. And, there's preppers up here as well. So, we have talked about in a worst case scenario happening that we're going to band together and work together. Again, you cannot do it alone. You have to work together with your neighbors. Everybody needs to protect each other and stuff like that. Now, is that going to happen in suburbia? Is that going to happen in the city? I don't think so. I really don't. But up here, everybody's armed. I mean, everybody has guns and everybody has ammo, and a lot of people heat with wood up here and stuff like that. So now let's go with a worst case scenario. I'm going to give you an example of what I just throw this out there so you guys can kind of get my frame of thinking. Okay, let's say a worst case event happens in the wintertime. Okay, now this winter's been very, very mild, so this is different, but you're looking at exposure, dying of exposure within inside of 3 hours. Okay, if you're out in the elements. Now, if it's the middle of winter and it's February and it's cold and it's nasty, people are not going to be. Um, I'm petting Buddy. He's just right there. People are not going to be trying to marauder out and take from other people. They're going to be hunkered down. They're going to be keeping their heads down, trying to stay warm and trying to live. Now, the cities will implode upon themselves and they'll eat up all the resources, and at some point they will try to move out. But you guys are forgetting a few things. We're going to forget about, just like I've been sick here with the common cold for the last couple of weeks, okay? And, you know, I can sit and I can rest and I can try to get better. Well, if it's a worst case situation, there is no power, there is no medicine to go get. You're going to have people dying of the common cold. Now we're going to talk about drinking bad water. Their water pipes aren't going anymore, so people are going to drink whatever they have to drink. They're going to die from getting dysentery, diarrhea, and all those type of things. So you're going to have an attrition rate that's going to be huge anyway. Now you're going to have your hardcore groups that are going to be, surviving, and they're going to be ready. And by the time those type of people got out to this way, you know, they're probably starving. Yeah, they have guns, and my cat's going nuts. He wants to be petted, so I have to pet him. I'm sorry. Um, they want to, they have guns. They have a plan. They're looking to take your stuff. But I've been sitting up here and I've been eating good and I've been resting and I'm not running around like a madman because I have everything I need in place already because I've prepared myself for that, okay? And I have people that are going to work with me. And there's the key. That's more the key than anything else is having people that are going to work with you. And we're ready, you know. And so, you know, and a lot of the guys that are coming to me are ex-military just like I am. So I like having those type of people because they know what they're doing, okay? And here's the other thing too, which you got to remember, most people are stupid. People are going to die of stupidity. They really truly are going to die of stupidity. So by the time you get groups of people coming out this way looking to take your stuff, they're most part probably going to look at it. I just got to show you this freaking cat. He is just demanding attention. Um, Most of the people are going to be sick. They're going to be weakened. They're going to be cold if it's wintertime. You know, they're not going to be well organized. Hopefully not. You know, and there are going to be groups that are going to be well organized. Don't get me wrong. But if you have a plan in place and you're organized and you're ready, and like I said, I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to ride out whatever I need to ride out, but I'm also going to continue to get ready up here. And if that means, you know, doing whatever I need to do. I'm not going to get into details of what I have planned, but you know, you prepare for whatever inevitability is going to happen, and you have to realize that at some point people are going to come and try and take your stuff. That's just reality. But like I said, a lot of the people up here will work together. That I know for survival, and people up here are more ready. You know, and that's the key. And so you're going to have a huge death rate no matter what. Even if it's summertime, if the weather's nice, you're going to have a lot of people are going to die of sickness. They're going to die of unsanitary conditions because people don't know what to do because they don't think. You know, they're so used to having everything there like it is now, but that you know, safeguard's not going to be there anymore. So a lot of people are going to die of sickness. You know, there's going to be a lot of rapes and murders and stuff like that. I don't like to think about those things too much because the reality of human nature is very, very bad. But like I said, so do I worry about armed gangs of people coming and trying to take my stuff? Not really, because if they come here, I would suggest that they bring one thing with them if they come: lots of body bags, because it's not going to be just me and my kids. It's going to be me and several dozen other people working together for our survival as a group. And so, you know, I would wish anybody good luck that tried. And that's like I said, those are things you have to prepare for, you know. Um, the person also commented that, you know, you can prepare for 90% of the scenarios that could possibly happen. I mean, there's so many different things that could happen. It's incredible. You know, you can't prepare for everything, which is true. I look at it like this: I've put myself in a situation where I'm better prepared than most people, and that's all I can ask for, you know. And the people that I care about and that I want to have here with me, you know, I'll take care of them as well, you know, and that's what it's all about, you know, and it's about, you know, and there's going to be people that are going to come here with their hat in their hand looking for a free handout. And I know that, but you know, you have to pick and choose at that point who you're going to help and who you're not going to help. So now, like I said, I'm having a rambling video here, but realistically, um, the people that would come and try to take your stuff, you start shooting at somebody, it gives them a whole different mindset. It really, really does. They're going to look for easier pickings, you know. And if you have yourself organized and you have a group of people that have prepared and are ready and that are, you know, rested and well fed and, you know, all those type of things, you're in a lot better shape than the person that's not. So, and when you're not thinking straight because you're overtired and you're weakened and stuff like that, you don't think right. You're not making good decisions. And like I said, stupidity is going to play a big part in it. You know, people are stupid. Most people are stupid. And I'm not saying anything mean. I'm not saying anything people don't know already. But, you know, it's you have to be smart about what you're doing, not making stupid mistakes. It's just like even like with cutting wood with a chainsaw and stuff like that. You got to be careful. I mean, you could really hurt yourself, you know. So, excuse me, I'm still fighting this cold. But you know, it's you just have to be smart. Now today, I got to tell you, it's It's about 40 degrees today up here. I think it was 38 in town. I was in town earlier, so it's got to be close to 40. It's really, really nice today. I'll show you the top of the building. The sides, the snow that was on the sides is melted off. On top, there's still snow on top. But you know, it's been a real mild day. We've had some melting up here. Like I said, we didn't get the snow that everybody else got. So, I mean, we've had snow up here, you know, from before. But, you know, we just got, you know, a couple inches of snow on the ground. So, it's not bad. But we've had that. We didn't get, you know, we got a dust on the snow over the weekend. That was it. But anyway, it's just, you know, having a plan in place, having people that you can trust, working together as a group. Those are some of the key things that I wanted to share with you guys. You know, having people that you can trust in place ahead of time is going to make all the difference in the world, because you're going to have people in your group that you never expected in your group. I'll tell you that right now. You know, people are going to band together to try to survive. But up here where I'm at, you know, I'm up in the hills. And like I said, everybody burns with wood up here. I mean, for the most part, there's people have propane that they use too, but most people have a wood stove. And so, you know, we know how to survive up here. And, you know, and that's the key. And you know, doing different things, and people are living a simpler life up here, and they put in gardens, and they know how to grow crops, and you know, they have animals, they have, you know, chickens and whatever else that they have up here. I mean, there was over the summer, I was laughing. I was driving down a road, and there's a big old pig just walking right down the road. I was laughing so hard. It was a big old potbelly pig, and it was one of the neighbors, and we talked to them, and we got their pig back to them. It got out, but you know, you're not going to see that in suburbia. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, some of my thoughts on that. You know, like I said, I'm not going to go over a lot of what I have personally planned to do, but you know, it's not going to be just me and the kids. I mean, that's stupidity. You're a sitting duck if you do that. So I have people in place. I have people here that by, you know, where I live, with neighbors that I've talked with that we're planning on working together. And you do what you have to do to survive. I hate to think that that's going to come to that point. It wouldn't shock me if it does. And all I do in the meantime is I continue to get ready as much as I possibly can to be ready for when that day happens. Because when it happens, guys, I'll tell you, you know, this is my thought on that too. One day the lights are going to be on and everything's going to be normal and fine, and the next day you're going to wake up and it's going to be chaos. And realistically, when you come wake up and the lights are on and it's chaos, you got 72 hours to get to where you want to be. That's what you got. You got 72 hours. And you better get there, and you better have people that you know you can trust and rely on. Because even like with being here, people are going to die. They're going to get sick and they're going to die, you know, and it's going to happen. It's a sad reality. But, you know, we're going to do the best that we can. And so we'll see what happens. All right. Good luck to everybody. And I hope you guys got a plan in place. I really do. I'll talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out.